Welcome back to CricAdda Live. Bhavik Salil, we've seen a masterclass. And did somebody call for a butler? I don't think so.
Brilliant,
Salil?
brilliant innings under pressure.
Just continued
Salil?
his form, from the previous match. And this
Absolutely.
didn't look like the innings of what he played against Australia. This required some restraint, some temperament, and he showed that exactly. I think they were 35 for three. They were reeling, and if you look at their scorecard, you'll see how many runs have they made. And I think there were only two people who made the runs out of the 163 that England made. Jos Buttler and Morgan got the chunk of those runs. So
Right.
good job there by Jos Buttler. Last ball six to get to a century. He must be on some high. I mean, he's the two scores of Jos Buttler, Yash, are put together are more than what the top three Indian batsmen have put together in this competition. So this
Wow.
tells you how much it burns.
It's that sad. And Bhavik, if
Of
you just could tell me what was the good thing that Sri Lanka did in the power play that led to those dismissals, according to you? Because the power play was completely Sri Lanka dominated. Completely. Not even 40 runs scored in 6 overs. That was how dominant they were against this English batting lineup.
Of course, yes, knowing the nature of England's batsmen, I'm pretty much, very impressed actually that how they stuck to their plans. They did not allow, batsmen to free their hands, no flashy shots, nothing as well. They were very much disciplined with their line and lengths. And of course, Vanindu Hasranga again proving why he is one of the best, with his mystery spin. So definitely, it was a great job to sort of hold England back. But again, as we all know, how dangerous Butler is in any sort of position or situation, and just how he took the game away from Sri Lanka. I mean, not yet
Yes.
exactly, but yes, I really feel Butler has strengthened England's chances.
So we should also give credit to Owen Morgan because we were talking that how
Yes,
miserable IPL and
definitely,
World Cup he's
definitely,
had so far. So a
of
great innings
course.
from him as well. Now moving on, we had made some predictions earlier. Let's have a look at the results. I think we don't need to look at it at the moment because I've got them
Woo!
all right. And
Wow.
only if
All right,
you
all
know,
right.
yeah, around for 4 5 runs, I think Salil, you missed your prediction, and England's top batter would have been Malan, given if he had not, gotten out the way he did.
Got
He
out
got a
at
life earlier as well.
Yes, yes,
Bhavik,
he
that
did.
inside
Yes, he
edge
did.
that just,
And that
yeah,
is the time I really thought, okay, that's his day. But then again, that's cricket for you.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, straight away, Salil, moving on to the predictions for the second innings. It's prediction time now.
Mhm.
Let's see who gets it right this time around. So, I'll start with my first prediction. Kusal
Go
Pereira
for it,
to
Yash.
score 25 or more, I would say less, because I feel that England have the bandwidth and the brilliance in the bowling to restrict him to score
See,
under 25. Yes, Bhavik, do you
Mhm,
think?
mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yes, Chris Wokes is,
Yeah, they've got the
I
bowling.
mean, it's very much online considering his past performances.
Fantastic. Now, the next prediction for me would be mode of dismissal. The first one would be caught out. Now, this is something that it's 1 out of 10 the probability, but I would go with a catch because T20, like
Got
Salil
behind
also
maybe.
went for a catch. Anything is fine. Caught behind is also fine, but it should be a catch, hopefully. And the final prediction for me would be a score after 40 overs. Because our experts have said that Sri Lanka is going to win this game, I back my experts and I'm really banking on Sri Lanka to score more than 40 in the first 6 overs.
All right, interesting one there. Yash, I'll take over, and I think one of the things that I feel from a batting perspective is Asalanka, their number three, will score a 50. He's a class act. He missed out the last time because of a stupid run out, and I don't think they should be making that mistake again. I'm backing him to to not score a 50. Then you've got Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali is going to bowl today and will take more than 2 wickets.
The
Two or
left-handers,
more.
the
Yeah, the
left-handers.
left-handers in the Sri Lanka, he'll
Good
never
one,
trouble
yeah.
them.
Good one, Salil.
And
That's
then
a
you
good
have
prediction.
Sri Lanka will score anywhere between 31 and 50 runs in the power play.
Yes,
So
makes sense.
Interesting.
uh,
Definitely interesting.
they need to do that, up front so that they make chase a little easier.
Right.
All right,
Bhavik.
time for my predictions. My first predictions is Avishka Fernando would be Sri Lanka's top batter, irrespective of the situation. He was also, he looked good against England in the 2019 World Cup as well. He
Right.
has had
Yes,
starts, he
yes.
has had starts, but he has not been able to convert those starts into big ones. So I'm sort of backing him to, change that theory and sort of go for all bounty. And my second prediction for the day is Taimal Mills to be England's top bowler. If the match, if this match is going to the wire, and if we have a situation where 4 overs 40 is the target required, I'm sure Taimal Mills will come to the party, and with his receiving slower ones or extreme pace, he can be England's top bowler.
Could be.
Final prediction. My final prediction: Sri Lanka's score after 10 over would be under 80.
Okay.
Just as the fact that the English new ball bowlers are very sort of disciplined with their lengths. Both Chris Wokes, Moeen Ali, they haven't allowed the batsmen to free their arms, or maybe have the start that any team would sort of be hopeful for. So I'm really banking the English bowlers here that
Right.
they won't allow Sri Lanka batsmen to score over 80 after the first 10 overs.
Fantastic, fantastic.
All
So, Salil,
right.
now talking about the second innings, we made some great predictions here. The prediction about Moeen Ali picking a couple of wickets that could really be on the cards because
Of
a lot of
course.
left-handers. So, Salil, I want to ask you, could you see Moeen Ali open the bowling, given that there are three, four left-handers coming back to back, and he could be bowling in the power play as well?
Absolutely. I think Moeen Ali will bowl, and that's the ploy. He bowls very well to the left-handers, doesn't allow them
Right,
to free their arms, and very effective. So he's directly bowled a lot of these overs, and they've kind of tested him with Chennai Super Kings here in the IPL, and he's built up his role of not just being a lower order batter, but also somebody who can bowl in the power play. So
Correct.
definitely
right.
something for Moeen.
Right. And Bhavik, I would ask you first, do you think that Sri Lanka can chase this down, chase this total down? You predicted Sri Lanka well before the game. Now, do you still
Again,
stand by it?
yes. See, minus the Jos Buttler brilliance, Sri Lanka were really on top of this game. And
Very well said.
we again, I mean, I would really want a Sri Lanka win tonight, considering the table. It just opens up if these guys win tonight. So I'm really hopeful for a good match here, and a Sri Lanka win.
Yes.
Of course, the
Let's
odds
hope
are
for
with
it.
England, but this is something what my gut tells me.
Absolutely. And Salil's gut was very, very confident about it. And he was telling me that it's going to be Sri Lanka. So, Salil, do you stand by it or do you have second thoughts over it?
I do. I really think they can score 160. It's not bad. 8 runs an over is not bad. It's a batting pitch. It's a smaller ground. If you apply yourselves in UAE, you can get the big runs. Sri Lanka have got the goods, so
They
I'm
chased
just
170
fingers
against
crossed.
Bangladesh, 170 plus.
Yes.
So yes, they
They
have
can do
some
that.
backup.
They can do that
Yep,
over here.
Brilliant. So that was from our experts. And let's just hope we get a Sri Lankan win because they've been working really hard. They've had a hard time in the last few years coming from the qualifiers. And just the history of Sri Lanka doesn't show you that they are that bad a side. So let's hope
justified.
that they get this win and opens up the table like what Bhavik really wants. And Salil's gut may also be
Absolutely.
right. So live action coming up, second innings on cards. And I'll see you in the post match show. We'll see who got the predictions right. And let's hope for a Sri Lankan win. This was CricAdda Live.
Mm.
Take care.
Thank you.